Hi there, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin' and with another video tutorial for you guys today. So we're going to be making these two cards. We're just going to make two because they're watercolor cards, and I'm using two different watercolor papers that Stampin' Up! Offers. One is true watercolor paper, the thick, you can tell it's watercolor paper. And the other one is our shimmery white, which I don't know if you can really see in here, but it's got a little shimmer to it. And it's thin like regular cardstock, but it's made to withstand the water. So I'm gonna make two to show you kind of the difference on the two. And I need more cards, so we're gonna go ahead and make them. We're gonna be using two stamps that are retiring. One is Blooms and Wishes. This set is very well loved, and it has gotten a lot of cards made with this set. And I know it's a popular one amongst the stampers. And then the other one we're going to use is Just Add Text, because I did like these sentiments, but I really like this one. It says, next time you think of wonderful things, don't forget to count yourself. So I was thinking of you guys. All right, so we're going to be using these. A couple of things we're going to need. We're going to need just some scratch grid paper. You're going to need some kind of craft mat that can withstand the water and the inks and stuff. And then of course this is going to be for your cards. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of the watercolor paper first. And just like this, how I created this right here was with a mask. And I just took some regular old painter's tape. Made sure it was long enough to go with the width of the card. And I tried to place it in as the middle as best I could, eyeballing it. This doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and that's what's going to create our area for our sentiment. Okay. So the next thing I did is we're going to be using two new colors. One is one of the new in colors called Lovely Lipstick. The second is Poppy Parade, which is a new one of our new colors in our Brights collection. And then of course our favorite Old Olive. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our Poppy Parade. You can probably tell by my craft mat kind of what I did. I just take the whole ink pad. Okay, let me move this down so you guys can see this a little bit. And I put that in there just like that. The whole pad, just lay it on top, okay? I'm gonna see if I can zoom out for you guys just a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna take our Lovely Lipstick and do the same thing. You guys, when you first get these new pads, these new ink pads, they're going to be a little hard to push in until you start using them more. So just remember, just go really slow and pull it and then lock it in place. So they will take a little time, but after a while, they just loosen up. Okay, and then we're going to get some of our Old Olive. Okay, we're just going to... This one, I have to ink a couple times because I think I need to put some re-inker on that pad. All right. Then we're going to take a spray bottle and we're just going to mist it, each of the colors. I want them a little wet, but not too wet. So, and when I made the other ones, they really kind of got really wet. So you can tell the difference where I stamped here and I stamped here. You can tell where I kind of got more of the water, ink and water together, but I like it, so I think it'll be cute. All right, so we're going to start using our flowers. We're going to use a couple of the big flowers. We're going to use this one and this one. I think we'll probably use all three of them. So I'm going to take the first one, put it on one of our D blocks, and I'm just going to take it and kind of go over here, and I'm going to stick my stamp right in the ink and the water, okay? And then I'm just going to come over here, kind of go. See? So that's going to make a little bit more of an impression than this one right here did, because I didn't get it as wet. So I want to put a little bit more water. And because I kind of want to do that other effect on the bottom. Let's see if it'll do it. Yeah, like that. Okay. So we're going to put that one to the side. And I'm going to use a little bit of a paper towel just to clear up that water right there. Not on the watercolor paper, just on the tape. All right, so I'm going to wet that one a little bit more. All right, then we're going to take our next petal, which is our little, almost kind of reminds me of a, oh, I can't think of that flower, pansy. Okay, we're going to just ink that up. And we're going to do this one right here. Oh, there we go. And you can take it on your grid paper and then maybe go a little, then go again. So I'm just going to go right here. So it kind of gives that more defined look, but kind of a watercolor wash kind of look. All right, let me get my paper towel. And then we will go ahead and start working with some of our smaller flowers. Well, let me see. Let's get this big one here. And what I think I'm going to do with this third one is I'm going to stick it in one. And then I'm going to rock it in the other one. We're going to see if that does anything. Oh, yeah. And that way you got kind of two colors. Oh, that's pretty. Alrighty, now let's start working on our little flowers. We'll get one of these, and so we're gonna probably use all of these flowers, like this one, this one, and this one here. All right, and we'll get some of this Poppy Parade. What is it called? I'm still learning the names. Yeah, Poppy Parade. Okay. And then we'll take some of this and we'll do it over here. And then we'll get the next one. And I'm going to put in the lovely lips. No, I already put it in the lovely lipstick, didn't I? No, we're going to do this one. This one's a Poppy Parade. And just kind of find some places for it. Okay, now, I think that's enough flowers, so I'm not going to use the rest of the flowers like I thought I was going to. Because each time you make this, it's a little bit different. So, I think I'm going to grab this leaf first. This one right here. And this probably isn't, okay, it will fit on the little block. And I'm just going to fit it right there. I want this one a little bit more watery, because I liked how that look happened over there. And I'm just going to start stamping these, stamping random leaves. Pick some color up there. Doesn't have a whole lot of color on there. You can twist it. Okay. And then let's grab the other one. This one right here. And let's pick up some of this wispy. Oh, that's not wispy. That's not wispy. Go over here. Sometimes it can be too wet. And you can also stamp it and then kind of stamp off. And it'll kind of give you that effect right there too. Okay. All right. Then, stamp off on that a little bit. I took, and some, you can see it a little bit already. Let me get it. I forgot it. So I took my watercolor, oh, sorry guys. A notification on my computer. I took my watercolor brush and I'm just gonna create a little water puddle on my brush and get some, pick some color up on it. And then I'm just gonna kind of gently tap it, but don't, be careful not to get it on your surface. That's why you're using that scratch paper. Just a little bit. It doesn't take much. Okay. And I just used the one color. And then let's wipe off our watercolor brush and get that color off of there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take the heat tool and just heat it a little bit to kind of set that. And our heat tool, the Stampin' Up! Heat tool, has 2 settings. The 2 is for embossing and the 1 is kind of for drying. So I'm just going to dry it real quick. Kind of get some of those colors. You could let this dry overnight or for a couple hours and then finish. But I'm impatient. And I want to show you what it looks like. Okay. Alright. Then you just slowly take your painter's tape off, because all painter's tape is not equal and will tear. And then you just roll it back. I'm just rolling it, whoops. I'm rolling it back. Alright, there you go. And take that off. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I forgot my Memento ink. Let's grab it right here. All right, and then we're going to get the sentiment. Next time you think of wonderful things, think of yourself. And we're going to get a block that I forgot to go wash. I was washing all my blocks to kind of get them cleaned up. And I didn't wash all of them. Just a little soap and water. Make them pretty again. Oh, you know what I did use? I will tell you, I used the Stamparatus for this because this being watercolor paper, it will be, sometimes it doesn't stamp right the first time. I had forgot that. So let's pull it out because it's great for this. So I've got it right here. Let me just pull it out real quick. So yes, this is going to be probably a long video. I'm not trying to be, I probably won't make the other one. I'll just show you guys what it looks like on that whispery white, shimmery white. Okay, we're going to take these out because we're using a rubber stamp, and we'll just lay this right here. Put one magnet there, one magnet here. Okay, just kind of hold it there, and we started inking this up, but that's okay. Because what I can do is just lay it down very gently and try to line it up as best I can. Okay, very softly, and then we'll pick it up. And it's a little catty corner, but that's okay. Oops. Oh. I can't wait to get my new filming. Okay. And stamp it back. The best thing about Stamparatus is if it doesn't take the first time, just keep stamping till it does. And I really want this dark. So I'm going to stamp it one more time. And because it's on the watercolor paper, sometimes it does take a few times. Kind of press down into it to get in some of those little divots. That's perfect. All right, take these off. And I have learned, I'm going to take this off and clean this when I get off camera. I have learned to go ahead and put my magnets right back on when I am done, or they'll be all over the place. Okay, so to finish this card, we're going to get a piece of Whisper White, thick Whisper White cardstock. Makes a great card base for this. And get my, no, that's the wrong one, foam folder. And this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. Or you can score it. I don't. I just fold it over like that. And I did this wrong. It's supposed to be like this, like a tent fold, a long way, okay? But that's okay, we'll work with it. And then I cut a piece of old olive, and it is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. You guys, I had everything ready and I cut my cardstock wrong. I mean, you know, that's just how it goes with me. That's okay. I like this way too. I just don't make a whole lot like this. Okay. Put it on there, and then we're going to use some fast fuse or very strong adhesive. I think this would make great Mother's Day cards. And I may take them to work tomorrow and hand out to a couple of mothers at work. Okay. There you go. And then you can leave it like this. That's okay. And even inside, because it's got the Whisper White, you can take one of your little flowers and just kind of add some on the Whisper White. Make it sure it's kind of dry. Don't make it too wet. And stamp on there. And then get another one. Make sure this is a little, you just pick up your ink so you can keep using it. All right, because you can get some that's not in the wet area. Pick up some ink. You gotta use all this ink. I'll probably use some glossy paper or something, do something with it. And like that. Then let's hit it with the heat tool. Got a nice little touch in there, and you can write your, you can put, of course you can put another sentiment inside, or I like to just leave them blank so I can write them in there. It gives me more room to write. I mean, sometimes I put a sentiment inside, but all right, and there you go. So the mess that we created, and I'll keep using, and we made these lovely cards. So you can see the difference between this one and this one. And it's going to turn out every time it's going to turn out a little bit different. And then of course this one's on the shimmery white. Okay, I'm trying to move these a little bit so you guys can see. These are really pretty. I really do like them. There you go. Great. I've got 3 cards, fixing to make another one, and I'll have 4 cards to hand out to some mothers at work. So, all right, guys. So I want to mention, if you're watching this video before the end of May 2018. I have a bingo that I'm doing online for the 2018-19 catalog launch. It will be held on the 23rd of June, online and local. And but I have to have reservations in by May 30th, so that I can order your stuff and get it shipped to you guys before the 23rd, so you guys can play along. So there will be a link to that blog post below. With also a link to this, the measurements and the supplies that I used for this card, okay? All right, guys, well, thanks, and have a great day. Bye.